Wake up, it's Friday, May 21st, and we have got possibly the craziest dungeon event to ever hit Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to talk about that, get you full context, and then go over everything going on in-game right now so you are caught up heading into the weekend. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, we have got to talk about this because this is absolutely insane news. On the Dragon's Lair, Monday the 24th, there is going to be a drop frenzy event for speed artifacts in the Dragon's Lair. Now, first of all, this is a horrible name for an event when you call it drop frenzy, but it's dropping speed gear because we've got a set in the game that is called Frenzy that drops in the Fire Knight, but then you're going to confuse people because it's actually dropping the speed set in the Dragon. So we really need to come up with a different name other than Drop Frenzy, because when Plarium posted this letting us know about this event that's going to be coming on Monday, I know me and a couple other people were like, Drop Frenzy, oh my gosh, what a horrible choice for an event. Nobody's going to be going after Frenzy gear from the Fire Knight. It's super niche, really only for like certain unkillable builds and stuff like that for the clan boss. No one's gonna be going after Frenzy. But then I read it again and I was like, oh wait, it's a drop Frenzy, but it's for the speed set. Okay, that's actually insane. So come on, Plarium, let's brainstorm some better ideas for Artifact Frenzy, Drop Frenzy type events. You know, can't we call it something like Artifact Rush or something, because there's not a rush set in the game? But anyway, I digress. That was just something kind of funny that came up surrounding the title of this event. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be getting a Drop Frenzy event for speed artifacts Monday, May 24th. This is absolutely insane news. This is probably going to be the craziest dungeon event they've ever done, because speed is probably the most universally sought after set in the game. Almost every champion in the game, every build can fit in 2 pieces of speed. A very popular way to build champions is a 4-piece set. Something like Savage, Relentless, you know the drill, the best 4-piece sets. And then you just fit in around that 2 pieces of speed to make sure you're still hitting the speed threshold you're looking for. So the speed artifact set works with almost every build on every champion, and it's a great filler set for almost any strategy. So I anticipate this to be absolutely wild. We are going to have a couple straight days where you've got the high spenders in the game literally auto AFK farming Dragon 24 hours a day, non-stop. Like, people are going to be going all in for this to get the speed artifacts while they are hot, because they may never do this again. We don't know. I've been playing since basically the launch of Raid, over 2 years. I've never seen an opportunity to farm speed sets as good as this one. You see them in the shop, but you don't see the ability to farm them in-game as good as it's going to be on Monday as this is. So yeah, it's going to be wild, and people are going to be slamming thousands and thousands of energy into the game, at least the people that are spending on the game. And I really hope there's some sort of tournament with a global reward attached to it, because I just want to get my popcorn out and follow it. I want to see how many points the global winner is going to get for the Dragon tournament. It's because it's going to be by far and away the most points we've ever seen for grinding a dungeon. But then in terms of what is going on for this weekend, I did a dedicated video yesterday. I'll link to that over there if you're curious about this 10x that's going on with Hawkhorn, Scartorsis, Countess Lix, Cardio, Sanguinea, Ugo, Runekeeper, and Battle Sage there in the 10x currently. So if you're pulling shards for any of those champions, good luck. And then if you're curious about the rotation of shards, next weekend we should be getting 2x Ancients, and then after that will be Sacreds, and then after that we'll rotate back to 2x Voids here in about 5 weeks from now. For tournaments going on right now in the game, we just had the Ice Golem tournament end, and now we're going to be rolling into a Spider tournament going on up there at 2,050 points. You're going to want to make sure you get to scoop up those rule fragments if you are still in the market for those. And then the Classic Arena Takedown, you're going to want to make sure you've gotten those guaranteed rewards on the right for the fragments, because that is going to be ending in less than 2 days. And there's Champion Training going on right now at 2,600. You'll see there the 5 fragments, and then up at 6,200 there is more of them. And then for the events going on right now in game, obviously we've got a Summon Rush event that is coinciding with a 10x going on in game that you saw in the portal aesthetic. And then you've got the fragments here at 330, and then a lot tougher at the 3500. So really the only people hitting that are going to be people really going after something in the 10x. And then we've got dungeon divers ending, so you want to make sure you're at least getting to 2500 probably if you can on the dungeon divers before that ends at the end of the day. And then we've got artifact enhancement that you're going to want to make sure you are getting to 1500. And honestly, if you get to 1500, I would go ahead and just get that extra 500 and at least do the top row, get to 2000. It's kind of rare to be able to farm core hammers, so if you've gotten to 1500, just go ahead and push it to 2k and get those core hammers while you can. And now let's head on to the shop and see if there is anything noteworthy. Remember, because of the dragon craziness launching on Monday, a good opportunity to scoop up some energy if it's at a decent price, or even gems to buy refreshes, because it's going to be your best opportunity to really get after those speed artifacts. But let's see what we got going on here. We've got a big high spender offer here for void shards. It's going to be 1 million silver. Boom. And then we've got 1,000 gems. And we got some void shards of 30. All right, 2.08. And then we could really slam those 1,000 gems into energy refills to get after some speed pieces on Monday. So for high spenders in the game and the current state of kind of what's coming up on Monday and needing void shards, sure, someone that's a high spender that needs voids, that's not a bad opportunity to scoop that up, but it's not something I would super recommend because of the price there. Now let me go ahead and move this to the other side, and let's go over the other side of this. So we've got 50, and then we're going to go 500k. Okay, and then gems is going to be 500, and no voids with some ancients of 30. So this one, nowhere near as good. Of the two, the one on the right is more expensive, but it is definitely way better. So let's go ahead and put that back, and then we can move on to gem pack. Okay, 50 for 4,000. Okay, let's see. And boom, it is a 2.0 exactly. So not the most amazing offer, but I'm sure high spenders are going to be buying it, so they can go ahead and convert that into energy to be able to grind as much dragon as possible. Definitely a good time to scoop up the monthly pack. It is expiring in about 10 days, and if you're in the market to buy it, now is the time to go ahead and get those gems and energy to dump it into the dragon. The pack string. This is a meme. That sometimes they do this with like barely any resources and then one sacred for $30, and it's not worth going down that path on the sacreds. Sacreds are usually way overpriced. And then $15 for rare cruel gear is not what we're in the market for, especially right now when the priority is going to be energy and gems heading into the beginning of next week. And before we wrap up this video, I do want to make sure and let you know, I have to drive this home. The event is not live yet. It's going to be on Monday. You'll see some sort of icon. Last time they did it, this is going to be the second time they've done an artifact enhanced drop rate event. They did a stun set for the Fire Knight, and there was a logo like out here. It said something about drop frenzy, and then right here I think it did as well. And then when you went in the dungeon tab, I think it had a little icon here right next to the Fire Knight, if I remember this stuff correctly. So there'll be some sort of aesthetic letting you know that is live, and then when you pop into here, there'll be something indicating that speed is boosted up, I'm sure. So yeah. Save up energy, save up gems, get ready to slam resources into the dragon. A really good time. If you are not progressing as much as possible in the dragon, you're going to want to focus on that this weekend. A good time to build up some champions and really consolidate your gear into your dragon team. Maybe rework some things, because you're going to want a team that can do the dragon efficiently, because it's going to be the entire time I've been playing Raid, it's going to be the craziest time to really slam a dungeon and get as much speed gear as you can. You don't want to look back in a few months and be like, gosh, I wish I would have went harder getting that speed gear back when it was so crazy boosted during the 2x speed frenzy event. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. It's gonna be crazy. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you like this? Do you dislike it? Is there anything you would change? I really want to know what the community sentiment is around an event like this, because I think you can make an argument that it's a great thing, and you can probably on the other side of the coin make an argument that it's kind of a bad thing. I'm really interested to see the different perspectives that people have. So if you take time to share that down below, I'll make sure and go through and read as many responses as I can get. So if you're watching this video right away, I'm going to be hanging out on stream for the next few hours. Down below, there is a link in a pinned comment if you want to come hang out, talk about all this stuff going on, hang out, and play some raids. So anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.